I got several people who asked me about my take on Gojira and their huge spot where they played at the Olympics opening ceremony. Even though they're not household names, in the metal world, people are aware of Gojira. They got this spot because, you know, they're a big band in France. The opening of the Olympics was slammed, if you will, by weirdo Jesus freak motherfuckers who were insisting that this entire thing was organized by agents of the devil himself, motherfucking Satan. Satan. Apparently, Satan was the producer of the Olympics opening ceremony.
The devil is a motherfucking liar, so you know I ain't worried, biatch.
Heavy metal, as long as it has existed, has been nailed with this. They're like, oh, it's the devil's music. You know, my mom would tell me about when she was a kid getting into the Beatles. Who could imagine something more happy and fun than the Beatles? We play this shit to little children nowadays. And back then, she was scolded for listening to the Beatles, that was the devil's music. It's something that rock music has been hit with literally since its inception. That it is evil music, it is for fornicators, it is for drug users, and once again, agents of Satan.
Laughable, man.
So that's nothing new to a metal band. I've never seen that shit levied at like an entire production. I mean, this is the Olympics. Everybody points to that fucking, that thing that was supposedly the Last Supper, except everyone was like drag queens and they had the fucking awesome blue dude on a platter.
Are you blue?
Only in color, Michael.
I understand, because when I first saw it, my first thought was the Last Supper. It was brought up that this actually had something to do with folklore that French people were familiar with. Listen, I'm an American. Everything goes back to Jesus, where we come from. So if there is another story that is similar to the Last Supper or whatever, if you truly follow the teachings of Jesus, when Jesus came to town, he didn't fucking like throw a high class party for the fucking 5 richest guys in town. He would get together with all the criminals and the fucking prostitutes and the sickies and the cripples and just all the people in town that were outcasts, because the teachings of Jesus Christ would have you embrace those people. That is something that is lost on a lot of these current Christians out there who think that apparently their job now is to just fucking point their finger at everything that is Satan. And apparently Gojira is Satan. The little sweet blue boy is Satan. Everything about that thing was Satan.
They smell like a pile of bullshit!
I have some comments here. My boy Shadow of Ezra says the opening ceremony of the Olympics is not even hiding satanic rituals anymore. There is no longer anything hidden in plain sight. That doesn't make sense at all. These are the demonic dark forces of Satan who wants to eclipse the light. You can already see skulls, motifs of death, satanic red lighting, children trapped in tunnels. Did anyone notice that the single rider on a pale horse is straight out of the book of Revelation? Of course, they have all the examples. One of those is Gojira. Gojira's performance is exactly about the French Revolution, a little bit of Les Miserables. Marie Antoinette was a real person. She was beheaded. And this is what these fuckheads do. I don't know if they're just dumb themselves or if it's just like to rabble rouse. And I'm not saying I'm some history buff, but I went to school. You know, in America, we celebrate July 4th. We celebrate our own independence in the way that we know how. We fucking gorge all day, and then we vomit and fucking piss and shit ourselves from being so goddamn drunk. And that's what we do. The French, you know, these people put on highbrow entertainment. These are the people who created Cirque du Soleil. This is their love language. This is how they do. If you said to me, hey, this year the Olympics are in France, If the French go ahead and put on that opening ceremony, do you think there's going to be any like drag queens in leotards? I'd say yeah, probably. I mean, knowing the French, that's some shit. They're going to be on strings. They're going to be floating in the air and flipping around. Somebody pointed out the pale horse or whatever. Once again, that refers to French folklore as well. And you're just applying your own bullshit to it because your whole business is being a dickhead online who rabble rouses other fucking idiots who know nothing of history. It's not their fault that you're so stupid that you don't understand the history that they're referencing. That's on you. Why don't you go fucking read something? Don't even read a book, just Google it. These are things that happened in history. I already know you motherfuckers hate science. Now you're going to tell me we can't look at history either? My homie Gav says this satanic panic stuff is so 1983, LOL. The severed head is the French Revolution, and the band Gojira make really wholesome songs about nature, cleaning up garbage, saving the whales, protecting forests, etc. Calm the fuck down. And my homie Rod Breslau says Gojira's Olympics performance has created an international incident with Christians around the world panicking and preparing for the rise of a satanic new world order. Metal is so back. And I hope that's the case. Anytime you can get a metal band front and center for the world to see, this is the forum for a band like Gojira, because metal bands, heavy metal bands, rock bands, hard rock bands, to me, nobody can put on shows like those motherfuckers. You can't match the emotion. You can't match just the feeling, the buzz that you get from a heavy metal crowd or a rock crowd. And Gojira, they're taking advantage of this whole thing because they're going on the road opening for Korn. At this point, people might want to see Gojira as the opener there over Korn. But I know here in Houston, I saw several ads and news stories and shit like that. Oh, you want to see that band from the Olympics? They're coming to town, opening for Korn. So if you see them coming to your town, absolutely go check them out. Gojira is a fantastic band. Not satanic at all. If anything, they do like hippie ass fucking progressive metal. It's brilliant stuff. Check them out if you're not familiar. Anyways, moving on.